Hey everyone! So in this video we're going to be going over how to make this look. Stay tuned. First we're priming with just a chapstick, then we're priming the skin with an NYX Angel Veil primer, just putting that all over the face, and we're blotting on some foundation and blending that in with a stippling brush. You can use any foundation brush. Make sure you tuck in your septum ring if you have one. Make sure you blend everything out, getting the corners of the nose. Also put some on your neck. There's not a harsh line between the face and the neck. Now we're using Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. Just putting that under the eyes, on the chin, on the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the forehead. And basically anywhere where you want to highlight your face. And we're using a damp Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend everything out. Next we're going to be using a NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Deep. We're using this dark contour shade, and we're drawing these little lines that are thicker towards the sides of the face. And I learned this technique on a Kylie Jenner makeup tutorial on her website. Then we're just going to draw some lines on the forehead just to even out this look. Some little transition lines. Then we're using a Real Techniques sculpting brush. And we're also using this Sun Bunny shade from the Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzers. And we're just buffing that out. You can already see how I start to look more bronze. Also go in on the chin area, jawline. Buff everything out, put some down the neck. Then we're using that beauty sponge again to even everything out. Now we're using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in this taupey shade. Sorry, I don't know the name of it. I just put a little on my finger and I'm just going down the sides of my nose to make it appear slimmer. Now I'm just using a fluffy blending brush to blend that out. You don't want any harsh lines on the nose. And now I'm just using a sponge to take off any creases underneath the eyes before I set my concealer with this Beneficial's face powder with an e.l.f. blush brush. And I'm just kind of lightly setting that. I don't want a super bright highlighted area this day. Now I'm just going to use this Laura Geller blush in the shade Berry. It's more of a highlight shade. It doesn't have too much color on my skin. Just kind of gives you a glow. So because of that, I go in with this Inglot blush shade in the shade 70. And I'm just going over the same areas where I just put that Laura Geller blush just to add some more color. Now I'm going in with this Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. And first I'm putting that on the high points of my cheeks. Then with what's left on the brush, I'm going to go down the bridge of the nose because I don't want that area to be as highlighted, but I do want it to look even with the rest of my face. Also going in on the cupid's bow and on the center of the chin. Now I'm using this Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. And I use this pencil when I don't want my eyebrows to look super sculpted and perfect, just to give them some more color. Do this to the other eyebrow, and then get your concealer shade and a small little concealer brush. I'm using a very little amount, and I'm just going underneath the eyebrows and carving out any mistakes that I made. And just blend that out. You can see how it makes my eyebrows look more sculpted and kind of freshly waxed looking. Also do this to your other eyebrow. And it's better to go in with a little amount and to build up if you need more. Now we're going to prime the eyes with an Urban Decay primer potion in the original formula. Just make sure you put that everywhere where we will be putting some eyeshadow. Now we're using the Naked Smokey palette in the shade Combust, which is a nude shade, and we're just using that to set that primer potion. Now we're using a blending brush in the shade Nooner from the Naked 3 palette, and I'm just putting that in the transition area. Now I'm using the Naked Smokey in the shade Whiskey, and we're just using this color to kind of deepen the eye sockets. I'm also putting this on the outer corners of the eyes to help open the eyes up a little bit. Now from this Disney Beautifully palette that I got from Disneyland for my sister, we're using this Wild Hare shade to warm up the transition area of the eyes. Now from that same palette, we're going to use the shade Quiet as a Mouse, which is a purpley red color, and I'm just packing that on the lids, and then we're going to blend that out with a fluffy brush. I'm also using what's left on the brush to go underneath the eyes. And I'm using the Naked 2 palette in this highlight shade called Booty Call. And I'm just putting that underneath the arches of the eyebrows. You can see how that makes my eyebrows just look more awake. Now I'm just using a fluffy brush to kind of make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm using the Naked 3 again, and I'm using this shade called Dust. I'm just using my finger to kind of pack that on the inner corners of the eyes, make them look more open. Now I'm using Whiskey again because I feel like I lost some of the color there on the outer corners of the eyes. And I'm also lining the bottom lash line. And I'm just cleaning up the eyeshadow area. And now I'm using a black Rimmel eyeliner pencil. And I'm just lining the waterline. Now I'm using the Naked Smokey smudger brush and that shade called Wild Hare from that Disney palette. I'm just smoking out that black line that I just put underneath my eyes. Now I'm using a MAC fluid line in black, and I'm just using that to create a wing. I'm also using a MAC angled liner brush. I'm just using some Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel to set my eyebrows. Give your eyelashes a good curl. Put some mascara on. Also, don't forget your bottom lashes. Now I'm using Lolita by Kat Von D and her, what is it? Liquid lipsticks. This is a really nice mauve shade. And that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time.